Let's have a conversation.
Thank you for having me on. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, and I'm sure I'll see you at one of these events again
all
soon.
time, we got Mark with the Mindful Reality podcast, who I've been a guest on, and it was a blast.
Thank you for having me, honestly, and I cannot wait to do it again. We're going to do this again in the future. I just know it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Mindful Reality, which is reality TV from a mental health perspective. This is a milestone. I didn't even realize it until after I posted it. Otherwise, I probably would have had that as my title instead. But just letting you guys know, this is my 500th posted video on this channel. That is a lot of videos, just to let you know. That is a lot of videos. And several of those videos have been lives. There have been a couple of shorts and pre-posted things, but there's a lot of content on here. I've done, since the time I started this page, I have done, let me see, Alyssa interview, Wes, Hannah Turner, Sam from the Circle, Shuby from the Circle. I've done 6 interviews since I started this channel, which is this year. So I've done 6 interviews this year on this channel. I've done several lives. I've done a lot of pre-recorded content. I've done a lot of YouTube shorts. I've just done a lot of everything, but this is my 500th video. So I'm kind of celebrating that milestone. The 500th video comes like a week or 2 after my page got monetized. So that's what's up. What's up, Ma? Oh, that's my own post. Show some love. Thank you, Lake. So on to the topic at hand. So as we already knew and as we already saw, well, some of us already knew. I already knew that Cameron said that the pics that he's going to be putting up are Mimi. Hold on one second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I will be right back.
Okay. Well, guess what? If I win, somebody ain't Diddy bopping.
Right. Okay.
I can tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
If I win, one of them won't be Diddy bopping.
Mm-hmm. I think those guys really have become friends.
Yeah, I think they
respect each other.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, once you get rid of all of the BS and you can have an honest conversation, then I think that's respect enough. And the problem is a lot of them.
Thank you, Mimi, for allowing me for that short commercial break. So as I was saying, we knew that the pics that were going to be put up were Mimi and Felicia. We didn't know. I was interested to see how exactly all the conversations were going to happen. They barely showed us any of the conversation with Cameron and America. I don't think I saw the conversation with Cameron and Corey. I don't really think that I saw him talking to Jag or Matt, but I think that he wouldn't have too much to talk to them about because they're aligned right now, so they already know the plan. So the main people that I wanted to see him speak to were the ones that he was putting on the block. And I saw a lot of both of those conversations. So Felicia said, you know, I feel in my gut, I feel in my spirit that I am going to be one of the people going up. But she felt very certain that she was going to be going up next to Cirie. And because she's already off the Cirie train and she's not working with Cirie, she felt like, I'm okay with this. That's what it looked like. It looked like she was thinking, I'm okay with going up next to Cirie because I'm okay with campaigning against her. I've already done so. And I already have that in my mind of all the things I'm going to say of why I should stay over Cirie. So she has this first conversation with Cam. Cam doesn't tell her directly, you're going on the block. But she said, I have a gut feeling that I'm going up. And he said his usual cryptic stuff. Well, your gut usually hasn't been wrong. Trust your gut, AKA you're going up. So she's like, okay, I'm going up. So who am I going up against? You know how she goes. And he said, well, now, why would I tell you that? He's basically playing a game out of this because he didn't plan to make the second pick a secret, but he was just like, I'm not telling you right now because you're not going to strong arm me. That's basically that. She was trying to do the same thing that she did with Jag, the same thing that she did with Riley, the same thing that she was trying to do with Heizem. It's not going to work with Cam. Cam's like the game breaker when it comes to that because most of the people in that house kind of soft and impressionable and easy to shake down. But obviously, that's not the case with him. I mean, having been in the military, I think that she should know nobody's going to do that to her and nobody's going to do that to him. So that was that. So she ended up leaving the room. So when she left the first conversation she had with him, she knew that she was going up. But she still didn't know who she was going up against because he did not give her that information. So she went around, she spoke to people and told them that Cam, I'm sorry, Cam strongly hinted that she's going up. And she thinks that it's going to be against Cirie or possibly Felicia, possibly Mimi, she said, but she was saying possibly Mimi, I'm not sure. So she couldn't let it go, so she circled back. Well, in between this, he spoke to Mimi, and he told Mimi, you are 100% not the target. You are 1,000% not the target. He was like, I'm not going to put you, I'm going to put you up, but you're not going to go home against Felicia. And in the event that somebody wins or Felicia wins and Felicia gets off the block and you get left on the block, I promise you that you are going to be safe. And she's like, The one thing that I was seeing about Mimi that I wasn't liking is the fact that she didn't really seem to put up a tremendous fight about that. She was just like, it is what it is. I hear you, and I'm going up. It is what it is. Like, I thought that she was going to fight, strategize. Matter of fact, before I got on here, I think I made it on time, but I was almost late because I was taking a video of her doing her, you know how she does her self-conversation, walking around in the storage room. And in that self-conversation, she was pretty much saying, these people are liars. They could put me on the block and say that I'm not the target and then actually target me. And she was like, I've been playing the game well enough to get me this far. Why change up now? And I'm like, Mimi, yes, you've been playing the game well enough to get you this far, but you're not trying to get this far. Or you shouldn't be just trying to get this far. You should be trying to get $750,000. I want her to win, but I mean, it could just be her having a moment because she was just informed. They haven't even had the nom ceremony yet. I think the nom ceremony is either now or very shortly. But I didn't like the way that sounded. Anyways, on to the topic at hand. So remember how yesterday they made that big spin in the episode? Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. Yes. A couple of weeks ago, I think, I celebrated 500 subscribers. And now I'm celebrating 500 posts, 500 video posts. Where are we at? So Felicia circles back to this conversation with Cameron. And Felicia wants to find out what his game plan is. She's trying to figure out negotiation tactics. She's trying to be cryptic with him, but you can't out cryptic the crypt keeper, which is Cameron. Cameron can talk in riddles all day and all night. So she was never going to beat him at that game ever in life. So after this game of cat and mouse, where she's trying to release a little information and try to get him to release a little information, and she's trying to get something out of him, she's like, let me just tell you straight up, I'm surprised that you're not going after Cirie. Cirie's the bigger target. I want you to work with me in this game. And he's flat out like, no, I don't want to work with you. I'm not even going to lie to you like that. I'll never want to work with you down the line, and I don't trust you, and I need to get you out. And I'm like, wow. When Cameron talks, he sounds like, I will say for the sake of politically correctness, a person scorned. He sounds like somebody who has been scorned in a relationship. It is 500 videos from the time I made this page in February till now, which is March, April, May, June, July, August, 7 months. But most of the videos were made in the last 2 months since Big Brother started. I probably had under 100 videos before August 2nd. And the majority of these videos were made in a 2-month span. I don't know if you guys realize how much that is to make 400 plus video posts in 60 days. That's a lot. That is a lot. I've slowed down a little bit, but I'm still up here. I'm still on here. This is my second video today. When I think about it, it's no wonder that I was able to get 600 subscribers and the monetization requirements in 6 weeks. Because if you're not a celebrity, if you're not someone who's been on TV or something, or like an athlete, an actor, a TV star, if you're an unknown person to the world and you just put yourself out here, trust me, it's not easy to just jump up here and get your page monetized. I thought it was, but I tried for years to get this page to get not this page, but to get other YouTube pages monetized, and it never happened. And the one that I got monetized last year is the first thing that I got monetized in the YouTube partnership program. And this is the second. And I'm actually I won't say more excited, because you can never be more excited than the first one, but I feel more of an accomplishment doing it with this page, because it's hard to start from scratch and do it again. Cameron scorned, do you mean outside? No, not outside the house. No, I'm not talking about outside of the house. Inside of the house, if you heard the way that Cameron was talking the first couple of weeks, he was a whole different guy. Everybody calm down. We're in such a good position, when he was talking to Riley and he was talking to Jag and Matt, Blue, and everyone that was in that 8. Well, most everyone that was in the 8. he was sitting there on the chair and everyone's sitting around together on the floor. Don't worry, guys. Felicia won one lucky HOH. We are in a great position. We have the numbers. We have the numbers. We just got to stay patient and calm and wait for our time to strike and this and this and this. That's how he was talking in the beginning, calm and cool. And then from the moment he realized that this whole thing, this whole beef with Red and him was pretty much intentional and caused by Jared, or Jared was a big piece of that. We've seen a different Cam since then, killer Cam. Because the Cam that I'm seeing right now, to be honest with you guys, is a Cam that is working pretty much alone, but I see him having a great chance to win the game because he's playing an emotionless game. He is playing a game of a robot right now that is just programmed to win $750,000. The only way that I could see him losing, I mean, I know it's still pretty early, but I'm saying if hypothetically, if he made it to a final 2 chair against somebody, it would have to be against maybe Matt, who has an endearing story, or I don't think they'd give Bowie a win over him. I don't think they'd give Blue a win over him. Possibly a Corey because of how amazing he is at debating points. I do not think they would give it to Jag over him. Cirie, maybe. They might give Cirie over him. No, America would not get it over him. It's hard to trust alliances this season because it's in there. He explained this. I think I skipped the part because I was talking about his second conversation with Felicia. So Felicia begged him, please put Cirie up instead of me. He told her no. Now, I don't know if Cirie is a backdoor option for him. She might be. He hasn't revealed that to anyone that I've seen. But he flat out was like, you're my target. I want you out of here. And I don't want you to even make it to jury. And he told her, I don't want you to make it to jury because your social game is A1. And I believe that you would influence the jury against me. And she said, if I even made the jury, regardless of whether you keep me safe this week or not, and you were in a final 2 chair, I would vote for you because I respect the way that you play the game. But he was like, I'm not working with you. I'm not going to put up Cirie instead of you. Telling you straight up, he said, I'm a front door kind of guy. And one thing, again, I have to say about Cam, one thing that I have to repeat about Cam, the guy is a straight shooter. And that does not mean that he gives everybody every piece of information that he has. But what I mean is he does not overcommit to what he's saying. As an example, he was talking to Blue in the HOH room. He told Blue that he wants to work with her. He didn't tell her, I want you and I to have an alliance. He didn't tell her, I want you to be a part of my alliance. He didn't say, I would run through the wall for you. I want you to be in a final 2 with me. He didn't say more than what he's committing to. So he said, I want you and Mimi to work with me, Jag, and Matt. And if you guys saw any of that conversation that he was having with Jag and Matt either last night or a couple nights ago, he was referencing the brigade. And he was saying, so he said, in our case, we have our core 3. I forgot what they call themselves. I stopped trying to remember alliance names. One of you can remind me what the name of that 3-person alliance that they made up was the other night. But he said, we have our core 3 that we want to get to the end, and we can add an extra 2 basically as padding. So I knew that when he was talking to Blue and saying, I want you to join this 3 fugitives. I think that's right. I think that's what they call themselves. Yep. Thanks, Trisha. So we just want to add 2 as insulation, basically. They think they're part of a 5, but we have a list that once you get to a certain number, this person's number 5, this person's number 4, and we duke it out from there. So something that Blue said to Cameron that I thought was interesting was that she was crying. I don't know whether the crying was real or fake, because she has fake cried in the HOH room with Cameron when he won another HOH. And she was talking about what it's like not having Jared there. And she was basically saying she loved being able to talk game with a strong-minded game player, where she could just be straight up. This is what I think. He says, this is what I think. She said, Matt and Jag require hand-holding, which I thought was kind of interesting. The way that I see everyone else in the game, and the reason why I see Cam being in this current house with all these people as dangerous, is because Cam is the only one left willing to make the moves. Riley wanted to make moves. Kirsten wanted to make moves. Heisen wanted to make moves. I don't really think Red was a strong move maker, but Jared wanted to make moves. You know, like all the people that were willing to win competitions and wanted to win competitions and make moves in the game are basically out, except Cam. Everyone else wants to sit in the strategy room, in the panic room. Let's call it the panic room. Everyone else wants to sit in the panic room and say, oh, this person is dangerous. Well, what happens if this person wins? Who are they going to target? So we need to side with this person, because if this person wins, they'll target this and this people. And then if this people win from the other side, they'll target this and this and that. And it's like, where are the people who are like, I want to win? We're at a far enough point in the game where winning a competition is beneficial. Winning a competition is beneficial because then you control your own destiny. How about you win the HOH? You make the decision on who goes on the block, and you form alliances and strategic partnerships while you're the HOH. How do we have a season where this many people are playing a floater game? They might as well have made a big alliance and call it the pool party. The pool party, because that's what they're having. They're having a pool party because 90% of the house wants to float to the finals. So here's what happens. If you keep Cam in there as the person that you want to take out all your targets, Cam will take out all your targets because he's not creating a bigger threat on himself by winning more HOHs. We all know his standing. But you get down to 6, 5. Michael was in a win or go home position, as he should have been last year. As he should have been. They played that right. We're going to act like we're on his side until he loses, and then we're going to take him out. That's exactly what they should be doing with Cam. Act like we're on his side until he gives us an opening to take him out. Whereas they're like, we're going to use Cam as a weapon to take out our targets. And then we'll get him out eventually down the line. Well, what if we're down the line and there's five people left and there's only 2 competitions left? And then it's a matter of who wins. And we know Cam is a winner when it comes to these competitions. He's athletic. He's cool as hell under pressure. And he's already won multiple times and believes that he can win every time. And he probably can. So someone like that is dangerous to all sides. Cam is the person that they were making Heisem out to be. Funny enough. I feel like Felicia, she likes making big moves. If she could have won 2, 3 HOHs, she would have. It's not for in her case. So that's the thing that Cam was kind of telling her. You know, he's not worried about her as a comp threat, but he's worried about her as a social threat. And she is all in the discussions. Whenever the house is flipped, she has always been a big part of all those discussions. For real, they don't want to win. I refuse to believe that they're all this bad at competitions. I refuse. I think most of them are throwing most of the competitions. I wish that he would do that too, but it does not seem like he wants to do that. Yes, I hope that Mimi wins the power veto, but I was upset that Mimi did not really put up a fight in her discussion with him. I understand her explanation that she was saying to herself just now when she was walking around in the storage room. However, man, it's hard. It's just hard. It's just hard. Everyone that is HOH becomes a target because everyone's playing a weak game. They're just waiting for somebody to pop out of the bushes, and then they're like, get that person. They're a comp beast. They won one comp, so they're a comp beast. Get them out. At this point in time, if I was voting for who I want to win the game out of who is left, and Cam was sitting in that final 2 seat next to anybody who's left, I would vote for Cam. Plain and simple. Because Cam is the only one that is playing the game. He is definitely wasting his HOH on Felicia and Mimi. I'm upset about that. Maybe Cam feels like a comp beast and probably thinks he can beat Jag Matt. You know, Cam is good at comps. It's just hard for me to gauge comp beast just because he's hardly had any competition. That's the only thing. He's good at comps, and I can't discredit him being good at comps because other people have been throwing it, but it's kind of me against the world. Like, I'm the only one trying to win. Oh, that changes your sentence. Feels like he can. So you think that he might actually be legitimately trying to take Jag and Matt to his final 3 and thinking that he can beat them out. It's possible. I mean, it's possible that he thinks that way. That wouldn't be the smartest move, but it is possible that he thinks that way. She looked that way today. I was showing everybody this little clip. I was almost late, like I was saying, because I was watching her doing her pace around right before the HOH nom ceremony. And she was like, you know, I played the game this way so far. If I have to go home playing the game the way that I've played it, I can look at myself in the mirror and be proud of myself. Like, she sounded really, I don't know. Like, I mean, I know these thoughts go through your head, so it's not just unique to her, but it was hard to even hear her say those things out loud. Like, I'm okay with going home. I know they've probably all said that at one point, but she really does look over it to me. Mimi is so beautiful. Absolutely. Now I am just about to check the live because I see 29. I see 31 people watching, actually, not 29. You know that I need the boost in the algorithm. I only see 12 likes out of 31 viewers. So y'all know already what that means.
What sense does that make? The math is not mathing.
Get those likes up. I want to see an equal number of likes to the number of viewers here. Thank you in advance, management. Normally, management is Tammy, but Tammy's not here. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Cam wants to win or have people win who respect the game, not bitter and challenge him. I believe that. I can believe that. I'm surprised he doesn't want to get rid of Corey or Matt. Me too. Well, Corey in particular, not necessarily Matt. I'm kind of feeling like he'd put up Cirie. I think Cam is buying himself time in the game by targeting the coasters. Yeah, he is. What's up, Mark? Yeah, because we talked about this yesterday. He's like, okay, I'm playing HO. I won HOH this week. Next week I can't play HOH. So if I target the people who are capable of winning the HOH and they come back in the house, they're going to target me back. So I feel like he's like, okay, if I get Felicia out, Mimi's mad at me. Mimi hasn't been winning. So I'm not that worried about her versus the other people remaining in terms of winning comps. That's just a thought. I mean, he doesn't share too much, but that makes logical sense in hashing that out and thinking about it. Yeah, what's up, Ed? How you doing? Does Cameron know Jag, Matt, throw everything? I don't know. Cam believes Corey would be better jury member than Felicia. She indicated she would vote bitter, but she told him that she would vote for him when they had a conversation an hour and change ago. She said whether he puts her on the block or not, she would be voting for him if he made it into a final two chair because she thinks he's played the best game and she respects the game that he played. This is classic Felicia throwing people under the bus, but yet when someone else, if I had made this same post and it was the other way around and I had Cirie pleads with Cam, put Felicia up instead of me, this live would have twice as many people in it. Oh, man. And the comments would be crazy. People were applauding her last week, saying that she stood up to Jared and Cirie in that little argument clip that they showed. And I was like, but wait a minute. She lied in that clip because Jared mentioned about the final two that she said that she wants to do with him. And she said, I never said that I wanted to be in a final two with you. What are you talking about? You weren't there. She's going to understand when she leaves why Cirie was defending Jared so adamantly. It's definitely the Cameron season. Because the way that he bent the will of the entire house when Felicia was going to go out, and he bent the will of the whole house changed up the vote in one day to take it from Felicia to Izzy. They got out Izzy, who was his target. And he's still in the house. I mean, he did get a second chance with the battle back, but they also knew that the battle back was coming. It's kind of lucky. That's one part that's kind of lucky for him, but we were getting to that point where they were all talking about battle back. So they say luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. But yeah, when you think about it, who's really the big likable player that's left to win America's favorite player? Honestly, could be him. It could be Matt. It could be Matt, but it could be him because even though he doesn't have an underdog story, like he came in with an underdog story, he has an underdog story in the game. It's almost like a Taylor situation at this point where everybody has wanted him out and he just keeps finding a way. HOH, veto, battle back. I'm telling you, this is what I'm saying, Cameron. This is the thing with people who don't understand Big Brother. People who don't understand Big Brother are like, oh, yes, we got a shot at this person in week 2, and we got to take them out because of what they could potentially do in a final 2 chair against me. This is a long game. This is a long game. The best thing to do is to keep those people around and have them on your team. Have those kind of people on your team to take people out. I said this about the cookout season a few times now. Kylan was arguably one of the most important pieces of the cookout. He was not the person who created it. He was not the one who created the name. He was not the person who put the strategy together. That was Tiffany, right? But in order for all of those things to happen the way that they wanted them to happen, somebody had to take people out. Just like when Derek and Cody partnered together, Derek wasn't winning anything. But he needed Cody to help him. As much as his strategy and his master plan was amazing, if he did not have Cody next to him to take people out, he would not have won. So you don't just automatically take out the people who are strong threats or comp beasts. Oh, this person is going to win all the competitions. Work with them. Work with them up until a point, and then when you get your shot, you take your shot. That's what Xavier did. A lot of people didn't like that, but I thought that that was ingenious for him to be sitting in the end with Azza and Big D. It was a done deal at that point. It was a done deal at Final 3 when they got out Kyland. And then getting Big D to do it, even though everyone knew that X worked him to do that, still getting Big D to be the one who actually said his name was quite the chess move. So Xavier was looking at him this whole time like, Kylan is going to be a problem down the line. But I need him right now because he's going to win comps. They don't see it like that. They're like, I just want to get these people out because I can't beat them. I'm still waiting for Cirie or Mimi to make this move because it's really getting boring with Cam winning all the time and making lame moves. 100% taking Heisem out was so lame. Agreed. He should still be in there right now. And Cirie's chances of winning would be better with Heisem in there. And Felicia. I like Cam working with Jag and Matt rather than against them. I'm indifferent. I'm not really enjoying the game right now, but I respect the fact that he's playing the game. That's what I like. If Felicia is evicted, I can't wait to see her reaction to Cirie being Jared's mom. Yeah, that'll be interesting. I was on Twitter and Felicia told Cam to go after Corey so he can have America to himself. Yeah, that's another thing that she tried. But her initial thing was to try to get him to put up Cirie. And then she made a pitch about Corey. And then Cam went and told America that to plant the seed of doubt in Felicia. He is also very smart and calculated with the information that he shares and why. I do like it. I'm just trying to figure out, does he mean it? Who knows? Who knows? He keeps his cards extremely close to the vest. Extremely close. Late, don't tell on me. We won't tell. We won't tell. We will not tell. That was a good comparison. Comparing exactly. People are actually literally, now that I think about it, at that point in time, when they were talking about Heizem's HOH reign, people were saying that it reminded them of Kyland. And when I went back and looked at some of Kyland's HOH conversations on YouTube, and I'm like, I can really see that comparison. They're both people who are extremely wordy and they love being in control. So it's just like a lot of things that were similar about them. But yeah, it's good to be able to use that person against themselves. Because somebody like that, they think they have the whole game in the palm of their hands. They think everything is mapped out. They think that having these straightforward conversations with honesty and integrity is going to take them to the final two chairs. Because I remember that was really the beef that Kylan had with X. Like, we had all of these conversations about how both of us want to go against strong black men, and we want two strong black men to be sitting in the end, and we duke it out, and the winner is the most deserving, and blah, blah, blah. I would do exactly what Xavier did. Straight up and down. Because I would be assuming that he's probably thinking the same thing about me. No matter what we're saying to each other in these conversations, it's Big Brother. And you're like, is somebody really going to be like, oh, I want to go against the best competitor? Or am I going to bring Big D and Azza with me to the final three? I would never bring the strongest competitor. Ever, ever. Ever. That reaction will be interesting. I think Felicia will be, yeah, she'd probably not really be taking it in stride. Since the wall, I really gained respect for Felicia. I think she will feel cheated too. And I don't know if they can fix that. I think they can fix it. I don't think she's going to be mad at them forever. It looks like Cam is going to be the Kylan for Matt and Jag. You think so? I just don't feel like Jag and Matt are strong enough to make that move. I think that out of anyone left who can win comps, Corey would be my biggest concern if I were Cam. Not even saying that Corey's going to be the one who gets him out, but if I was Cam, I would have a big concern about Corey, personally. Wait a minute. Gatlinburg. I kept hearing that name a lot in connection to Red. Are you someone who's seen Red before or know the area that he lives or live in the same area? Just curious. If you're still here, that is. We got 40 people here. We got 40 people here. My thing is not refreshing. Okay, here we go. What number do y'all see of likes in here? I am seeing 27 likes. Not bad, but 27 likes and 38 people still is not an equal number. Therefore,
What sense does that make? What sense does that make? The math is not mathing.
the math is not mathing. And one more thing, if I don't see those likes going up.
Okay. Well, guess what? If I win, somebody ain't diddy bopping.
Right. Okay.
I can tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
If I win, one of them won't be diddy bopping.
Mm-hmm.
I got to admit, I just saw that and man, she just said that a few days ago. So I'm sitting here like, well, one of them is going to be diddy bopping on out of here. One of them is not going to be diddy bopping. And I'm like, now the two of y'all are sitting on the block next to each other. That's kind of sad. But I did say latching herself onto Felicia was not the best of final twos to me. Never gets old. Never gets old for me too. I'm from Nashville. That's my line. Yeah, Red was from the Smokies. Yeah, I don't know anything about the area, so 500 videos, by the way. 500 subscribers is one thing because you could get on here and be part of some viral moment and have 10,000 subscribers in 5 minutes from putting up one video that goes viral. 500 videos in basically a 2-month span is a lot of videos. I told you Mimi is paying the price for being too passive. She is paying the price. About 3-hour difference. Oh, so a lot of y'all that come on here probably still at work. For me, work ended about a little under 2 hours ago. So I'm chilling now. I feel good. I feel good whenever I'm done with work. This 500 uploads here has not felt like work in any kind of way. Vita would be a nice start. All right, y'all. So let me see. Appreciate that, Edward. Appreciate that, Edward. I'll be back for more. I'll probably have 1,000 videos by the end of November. Oh, so you're an hour behind me. Hi, New Orleans lady. It didn't feel like working last week as boring as it was. Sometimes. I'm not going to lie. To keep my Big Brother live streak alive this week was hard. Especially from like Sunday through Wednesday. Goodness. I would be watching the feeds. I'm like, what am I going to talk about? But you guys actually, I can't even say that it's work for me because you guys actually sat here and watched videos that I put up this week that had very little to do with Big Brother. I put up water cooler. I put up how are y'all doing? I put up, let me give you some of the history of how I started the page. I put up random things that were not related to Big Brother to fill the void of interesting things in the house to talk about, and I still had a bunch of people here participating in the chat. So the chat is never work to me. Maybe the work in terms of, okay, how can I title the video? What can I make the topic of the video about? But once I get on here, even if nothing is going on in the house, we talk about whatever. That's one thing also that I appreciate about this channel versus the last channel. The last channel, unless there was something spicy going on Big Brother, nobody was here. If a Monte is happening and I'm like, yo, Monte, they're hooking up, everyone jumps on. But if it was Turner and Brittany tie-dyeing shirts, 10 people. Everyone here has been very consistent with showing up. Hi, Sharon. I didn't get a notification. I just happened to see you were live. See, that's why I don't always thank the algorithm gods, because they don't always be algorithming. I'm watching muted because I'm on my way home. That's dedication. That is dedication. The chat makes it easier for conversation. Yeah, if I was just sitting here like not reading the chats and trying to do this by myself, every video this week would be about 5 minutes long. Reading the chat actually takes up more than half, probably half. I would say at least 50% of my total video time is reading the chats with everything that it says in the chat boxes. But with that said, I am on my way. I'm about to go to the gym. I'm not on my way to the gym, but when I get off here, in terms of physical competitor, that's a tough one. I want to say Xavier. Yeah, I want to say Xavier. But yeah, I think they're having the nom ceremony and I'm going to the gym. I'll probably jump back on here after the nom ceremony is over and once they've had all their conversations about that. And that'll be my... Did I come on here earlier today? Yes, I did. That'll be my third video. I'll be back Saturday. I'll be here Sunday. I hope y'all join me on Sunday. Matter of fact, this is what I'm about to do. Give me 1 second. This is what I'm about to do. Oh, I see there's a couple of Big Brother channels live, actually. But let's go here. Live. Share. Apologies, y'all. It takes me a little while. Okay. So what I did with my webcam, thank you. What I did with my webcam is that on my end, the webcam looked stellar yesterday. So I had it on the highest setting, the highest video quality setting. And then when I watched it back, I'm like, why is it choppy and in and out and grainy or whatever? Not grainy, but the video is pixelated and it was chopping in and out. So I'm like, why is that happening? So what I did was I went into the settings and put it to the next lower setting. So when I pre-record a video, I can put this probably on the highest setting and it's going to be fine. But when I'm doing a live streaming video, apparently I think that was the problem. So I put it to the next lowest setting, which is still better than what you would get if it was just my webcam, my computer webcam. It's still better than what you would see for that. But it seems to have solved the problem with the lagginess, is what I'm trying to say. I think Kai is better than X, but what do I know? My thing is, if we're doing like a basketball debate and you're like, is Jordan better than Kobe? Is LeBron better than Jordan? Is Kareem better than Michael? These people, even if they overlapped a little bit, didn't play each other in their prime, in their era. If two people who are on the same season were playing on the same season and one won and one finished in fourth, I don't think there's a debate. I don't think that is a debatable topic as a competitor. Oh, so if you're just talking about competing in competitions, not being a Big Brother game player overall, but just competing physically in competitions, I might argue that Kylan has an edge on X, especially because I saw Kylan and X in the challenge together, and Kylan was killing it on the challenge compared to X. X was not that great on the challenge, and Kylan was excellent on the challenge. So in terms of like, if you're just talking about competition, I could give you a Kylan edge, but if we're talking saying that Kylan is the better Big Brother player, I can't say that. I don't think so. All right, y'all. Enjoy y'all weekends. I mean, I am going to be back, but regardless, if you don't see me here again, or if you decide not to hop on the next time I hop on here, have a great weekend. Oh, I almost forgot what I was about to do. Okay. This is going to be my birthday live. I just put it in the comment section. Because a lot of you say you don't get notifications, click on that link right now. And what is it? Subscribe? What does it give you the option to do? Hit the notification bell. Hit the notification bell on that video, because it was suggested to me to go live for a birthday Q&A. And you might wonder why I didn't put it on my birthday. I don't want to really schedule anything on my birthday because I don't know what I'm going to be doing on my birthday and what time I'm going to have. So I don't really want to commit to doing something at a certain time and then I find something else to do and I'm not able to do that. So just like last year, I did a birthday video, but that was the day before my birthday. And this is the day before my birthday also. So Sunday, actually, not Monday, Sunday, I'm going to be on here. And yeah, we're going to do that birthday Q&A. And then later on, after the episode airs, I'm still going to be doing my Big Brother stuff. That's going to be something before the episode. So talk to y'all soon. Thanks for joining. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will talk to you soon.
So you literally were one of my very first followers. And then when you followed me and I, followed back, I was like, this dude is cool. Like,
if they say talk to your manager, you just say, you know what, talk to the hand. You don't need to be on my podcast. But yeah, dude. Yeah, you do a great job.
Thank you. I always get a kick out of talking with you on Patreon. You have a really good, view on everything.
That wasn't planned.
You know what?
Thank
but
you.
I like this Canadian.
Well,
I like this one.